is the winners, and the remainder will be invested into continuation of the research. The winner is the Hereditary Diffuse Gastric Cancer Research Team from Te Aho Matatau, the Centre for Translational Cancer Research at the University of Otago, led by, I'm going to read all the names, okay, so type one, Professor Parry Guilford, in partnership with the Kimiora Health and Research Clinic in Tauranga Moana, Tauranga Tangata, Homai Hepari.
And clinicians from Tauranga Hospital. Together they identified a genetic mutation in the CDH1 gene, which was causing members of the McLeod whanau to die from stomach cancer at a young age. The researchers developed a genetic test which gives whanau members the ability to understand their risk of cancer and take life-saving action. This enduring partnership began almost 30 years ago and serves as an exemplar of how to meet a community's needs and how to uphold cultural values and data sovereignty within healthcare research, and remains whanau-led in many aspects.
Kia ora, my name is Parry Guilford. I'm a cancer genetic researcher from the University of Otago. This project was one that started off in about 1994 when a large whanau from the Bay of Plenty realised that their very high rate of stomach cancer in their family was caused by a gene and not by a curse.
I'm Maybelle McEod. I was a nurse in Nelson. My cousin had died. She was my age at the time. She was 28, and I came back and just thought something wasn't right.
They could see in their whanau that there was something happening, but they didn't have the expertise themselves to fully understand. So that's when they contacted Parry Guilford from the University of Otago.
It was quite a long process. We were interviewed several times. They didn't really like the look of me. I was a bit too young. Fortunately, after numerous cups of tea, we managed to go and reach a consensus and really build a relationship which was purely, in my view, based on trust.
There was over 100 people volunteered for this. Within maybe a year and a half, it was discovered.
So by using linkage analysis followed by DNA sequencing, we're able to show that the gene called CDH1 was the cause of cancer in this family. People who have a mutation in the CDH1 gene are recommended to have a total gastrectomy, which means have their entire stomach removed.
The gastrectomy is it's a big operation and it's a difficult operation for patients. However, it is the only chance of cure or prevention of getting stomach cancer.
I bring to this project the experience of being someone with the CDH1 gene who has had a gastrectomy 13 years ago, and at that time there was barely any information out there about how to best support Māori whanau going through this process. And so I've come down the middle to kind of join those two sides together a little bit more and incorporate Māori knowledge, te reo, te kainga, to provide better services and care.
I think what we do isn't rocket science in Māoridom. We do what we do like we would do it on the marae. We cater for the whole whanau, and so the clinical teams have been really great about embracing how we like to work, and so in that sense it's been really great.
We estimate that in New Zealand there are about 400 to 450 people whose lives have been saved by this mutation. In Europe and the US together, probably around about 27,000 people will have had their lives saved in the next few years. So it's a story which has gone from one small whanau Māori just outside Tauranga to a global story affecting thousands and thousands of people. And it's been, for me, a privilege to be part of this for most of my working life.
People think it's unfortunate that you get the gene, but today I heard, no, it's not unfortunate. It's fortunate because we know and we know how to deal with it.
We're going to welcome up on stage Professor Parry Guilford, Maybelle McEod, Dr. Jeremy Wasak, Associate Professor Karen Lapai, and Aaron Gardner-Hamai. Another huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. E te kiringia, e te minita, e na mana, e na reo, e te whana, e ro, menga te ama, tēnā koutou katoa. We're really happy about this. So we accept the award on behalf of the researchers, all the postgraduate students, many of whom are here tonight, the affected families, and all the staff who have worked on this project for so many years. And we're very grateful to the Royal Society of Te Aparangi for the award and the government for the awards. We're most appreciative. This is an example of research which has been embedded in the community. It's an example of research in which trust and a shared vision have been more important than contracts and regulations. It's an example of research which has had its own presence, it has its own mana, which is greater than those who made it. It's an example of what can be achieved by Māori when they are enabled to look after their own people using methods of their own choosing. It's an example of research where the research team in the lab that science boffins have embraced the emotions of the patients and the families, the tears, the hopes, the fears. The scientists have embraced that emotion and not distance ourselves from it, as scientists so often think they should. And it's an example of what can be achieved with research in terms of cost effectiveness. If we use Whakakotai's figures for the value of the life, $12.5 million, as a rough calculation, that means our research has a value to Aotearoa equivalent to the entire Health Research Council budget for the next 20 years and 6 months. And it fulfills the mantra, I think, many health researchers hold of better care at lower cost. I don't really want to mention too many names. There are a few people I do have to mention because they should be here on stage with us. And this is the people who were there at the start and at a time when the vision or the way forward was not as clear as it soon became. And that's Professor Tony Reeves, Pauline Harawira, and the late McLeod and the late McLeod. Also want to thank our families for all the distracted years somewhere else in our minds, but thank you for all that. And I also want to acknowledge all cancer patients for their dignity and their resilience and the strength that they bring to all of us in all walks of our lives. Finally, just to finish with Katuku Wakamauti, ki te mangai, ki nā anehera ponu, ki te tokatoru taku, ai nei, aki nei, ai.